Good morning, welcome to Bitcoin Bounce. Today we're going to talk about the psychology behind trading. And I was just looking at some interesting stats. So this guy, he analyzed the market and he said 70% of the market is in a range, which means the market's not going up or down, it's kind of just stuck in one spot. Then 15% of the market goes up and 15% of the market goes down. So typically if you would trade 20 days or 22 days in a month, then you would have 2, at the most 3 days where the market would go up. All the rest of the time, the market would either go down or go sideways. And so that is very tough for people to sit 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and the market never went up. They get impatient, they take trades, they hit stop losses. It's very demoralizing, and so quickly they can lose a lot of money because their mental state is not right. But the guys that are willing to be patient and they understand the rules of their trading strategy, they quickly are able to grow their account with 2% a month or 5% or even 10% a month. So Dion, what do you think is the key to psychology, the psychology of trading?
I think the most important thing is that you just need to have a trading plan and write it down, stick it next to your computer, and then just stick to that and decide beforehand what you're going to do, where you want, and on each trade decide if you're going to take a stop loss or not, and if you are, put it there, and then don't move it further down as thinking that you're going to get out of this, and then you start losing more money. So if you trade according to a plan, be patient, and if you do suffer with that, maybe not watch the charts as much, maybe do more longer term trades, so do like day trades, and look at the chart like once a week instead of every hour, so that you don't get freaked out that much. So it's something that you have to work on. It's definitely not easy.
Yeah. What's interesting, I in that same report, the guy talked about the segment of people that makes the most money. Their trades are roughly between 2 weeks and 6 weeks long for each trade, and a lot of crypto traders like to trade a 1 day trade or a 2 hour trade or maybe 2 full days. And so the problem is you're going for too small percentages. And you don't want to buy at a strong enough support level. And so if you are losing money, my suggestion is get onto the daily chart. Leave all the smaller charts. If you're tempted, you can quickly look at the 4-hour chart, but go to your daily chart, because that's where you're going to actually get real signals, and that's where most of the support levels of the big players are drawn. So if you do technical analysis on a smaller chart, none of those lines really mean anything in terms of big players. Big players draw lines on daily charts, and they use the high, low, open and close of daily charts to determine where's the support, where's the targets, and so that's going to help you to kind of get a little bit insight of where the money is going. You always want to go with the money. All right, now I want to play you a clip of crypto Casey, and it's interesting. What she talks about is visualization. She talks about being positive, and she's got some very practical advice how to go from just be an average trader into a place of being a successful trader and building real wealth. So let's listen a little bit, and especially in this time where the market is kind of going a little bit sideways, I think it's necessary for us just to get our mindset right again.
So this video is going to give us some simple, refreshing clarity with one key mental foundation we need to establish as crypto investors so that we can build on it to achieve financial freedom over the next few years. So on social media, I asked everyone why they got into crypto and why they are still in crypto. And basically, we all want two things. One, we want the world to become a better place. And two, we want to be able to enjoy a life of financial freedom. Yes, blockchain technology and crypto have the potential to make the world a better place and help some people on their journey to financial freedom, but it's just one small, crazy piece of a massive, complicated puzzle. And this small, crazy puzzle piece has hardly anything to do with which coin should I buy to sell to someone else later at a higher price. The fact of the matter is we are in the midst of a terrifying macroeconomic environment that is not going to be great for a lot of people and investments, especially crypto. It's brutal now, and it's likely going to get devastatingly worse, possibly even through 2023. And another cold hard fact is that if all of us suddenly became multimillionaires from a lucky crypto moon landing, over 90% of us or more would mismanage it and end up exactly where we are now, or possibly even worse in a relatively short period of time. And that isn't financial freedom. But let's imagine for a moment that we are all multimillionaires, have achieved generational wealth, and that it will last us our lifetime and the lifetimes of our families. Now, this is where the rubber meets the road, because as annoying as it is to hear, there's a lot of truth to this. And it's that once your money problem is solved, your problems become existential. Once you've got the house, the car, lots of other houses, lots of other cars, the private jet, and all the free time in the world, all of the problems that used to fill your mind, like paying the cell phone bill, putting gas in the car, and putting food on the table, they get replaced by different problems that are much harder to solve. And new problems replacing old problems is all part of the human condition. We need changes of state to stay content. We need a sense of purpose, and when you have unlimited means and time to do whatever you want, things can get weird. These problems become very hard to solve, and hardly anyone around you will understand or empathize with you because it's lonely at the top. You're rich, and nobody will ever feel sorry for you. So what's great is we've got all of this time during the bear market to develop a mental foundation we can build on to solve or outright avoid these problems. And the same mindset has led countless people to financial freedom, because what we all think and what we believe dictates our reality and our perception of reality. So to make this easy and actionable for all of us, we have 3 simple things we are all going to start doing to help us start developing a foundation for our mindset in the midst of this crazy new world that is being forged with a lot of unknowns in the future. Number 1. Wealth doesn't do us much good if we don't have our health. If you had unlimited money, but were not able to enjoy it due to preventable physical limitations, that would be unfortunate. Something extremely obvious that we don't often think about is that every single thing we eat and drink literally becomes our brain, eyes, hair, bones, skin, everything. Our bodies are constantly rebuilding ourselves using the food and drinks that we consume. And if we don't use our bodies, our mobility decreases over time, which is not ideal when you've got unlimited money to blow. So let's consider how lucky many of us are to be able to simply walk around. We all take simple things like the ability to walk, fingers to type on a computer, tongues to taste delicious food, eyes and ears to experience videos like this, and amazing brains to process it all. And consider if these things were suddenly taken away from us. That's a scary thought. Think about famous physicist Stephen Hawking and his ALS condition, for example. If you don't know who he is, I strongly encourage you to look him up and watch the movie The Theory of Everything to learn more about him and his unique existence. He was wheelchair bound, unable to move, speak, or anything for several decades after the onset of ALS at age 21. And despite that, he managed to accomplish more than most people and was a truly amazing human being. Cool. So for this first part of our new foundation for our mindset, I'd like you to start doing the following every day. Whenever you are showering, shaving, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, putting on makeup, getting dressed, or whatever it is you do daily, and probably mostly mindlessly, I want you to be deliberately present and think and feel grateful for each amazing aspect of your physical body. Think and feel gratitude for every tooth in your mouth as you brush your teeth. Think and feel gratitude for your feet as you put your shoes on. Think and feel grateful for each finger and how capable your hands are while washing them. Think and feel gratitude for your nose, ears, eyes, jaw as you shave your face. Think and feel gratitude for your arms as you put your shirt on. Practicing gratitude for the things we do have instead of focusing on what we don't have, yes, can lead to a more enjoyable life, but it also highly correlates with a mindset people possess who have achieved financial freedom. And most people who have generated their own wealth, who are happy and enjoy their lives, are teeming with gratitude. So practicing gratitude is an important and necessary step for anyone who is keen on becoming wealthy. It makes the process easier and more efficient. And since wealth without health isn't as enjoyable, hopefully this daily mindfulness exercise focused on our physical body will inspire us to eat more healthily and consider exercising, getting outdoors, and doing things that benefit our health over time. Number 2, I'd like you to start doing the following daily. Whenever you are interacting with or within your environment, I want you to consciously think and feel grateful about certain aspects of your surroundings. And before I go into examples, you absolutely need to watch this video by YouTuber Indigo Traveler, covering his travels to Haiti, a country deemed the most dangerous in the Americas right now. I don't want to spoil the utter shock and disbelief you will 100% experience while watching it. So please just promise me after this video, or maybe even pause this video, watch a little bit of the YouTube video titled Caught in Shooting in Haiti's Biggest Slum by Indigo Traveler, and then come back to this one. After watching it, if you don't feel grateful for at least some aspects of your environment, there may not be hope for you, fam. So after you watch that video, as you interact with and within your surroundings, daily manifest gratitude. Gratitude for maybe having a car or access to transportation. Gratitude for having a quiet space. Gratitude for your dog, cat, or pets. Gratitude for sunny weather. Gratitude for having a cell phone and access to the internet. Gratitude for a roof over your head. I mean, when we really make an effort to appreciate the little things, especially to help us get through the tough times ahead, it makes life overall a little easier and more enjoyable. And as we've already discussed, gratitude is a strong foundation for a journey to building wealth, like the one we are all on together in the crypto space. Sweet. Number 3. This is probably the most fun part, and as foo-foo and airy-fairy as it sounds, this has worked for me, several others I know personally, and tons of people around the world. It's fun and it can't hurt to try out. It can only help. Guaranteed. So imagine you've attained financial freedom. What looks different about your life? Where do you want to live? What kind of house would you buy? What make, model, and color car are you going to drive? Where are you going on vacation? Think about all these things and compile pictures of them or visuals that represent them to make a collage like a vision board, or create a slideshow with each photo as an individual slide. And a bonus, I highly recommend throwing in some images with affirmations in there as well. For example, here are some parts of a vision board I made back in 2017 when I started my channel, which was over a year after I first started investing in crypto. Here you can see this photo of an owl with the affirmation, I am wise. Another photo of coins and green plant sprouts with the affirmation, I am wealthy. And a photo of a woman in a yoga pose on the beach with the affirmation, I am healthy. And here are 2 fun personal ones that did come to fruition for me a few years after creating this vision board. A picture of a modern house with the text, I live in a concrete mansion, and another with a picture of a car I wanted at the time. Although I didn't get this exact car, I did get the red sports car that I wanted. I've had friends put photos of the view they wanted from their house in the future come to fruition, like a photo of a gorgeous mountain view and a photo of a beachfront and many more vision board success stories. So once you've created your own vision board, every day when you've got a minute to spare, maybe put on a great song or some music and just look over the images. Here's the deal. Our minds, bodies, and world are energy. And when we visualize and emotionalize positive things and share these things with others, it affects our brains by flooding it with a combination of neurochemicals associated with motivation and goal achievement. So forming these 3 daily habits will develop a foundation for wealth building and prime us for success in life. And if you'd like to learn more about how exactly this process works biologically, psychologically, and more, check out this YouTube video on Tom Bilia's channel called The Real Law of Attraction Part Nobody Talks About. Look, these are dark times that seem to be getting darker. So any bit of light will go a long way as we work to survive and thrive together in crypto. Practicing gratitude and wrapping our minds around some fun ways we would like to enjoy our future wealth are great foundations to operate off of and build on during the bear market.
Awesome. Thank you. That was a really cool clip by Crypto Casey. So tell me, Dion, the fear and greed index, how does that play in with your psychology of trading?
That's the one thing that you can keep an eye on. So it's actually when everyone's fearful is normally, historically, if you look back in the charts, it's always the best time to buy, because then you're buying bargains, and when everyone is buying, that's when you should start selling, because then you know that very soon we'll have a drop after that. Yeah, so it's kind of just the opposite of what you think. You know, that's how we should use that.
Yeah, that's what happens. When people are fearful, they sell the market, so the market goes lower, and you know the rule is buy the dip. You know, I mean, every guy that's been trading for more than 5 minutes realize you must buy the dip, you know. And so the dip is always when people are the most fearful, you know, especially on the longer time frames.
For sure. And I think it's a good plan to trade like you do, is not to commit all your money at once, you know. So because it could always go lower, but So divide your money into 10, and if you get a dip, buy. If it goes lower, buy again and buy again. Average out your price, and that's just a very good way of trading. Not buy. We've learned that lesson as well with cryptos. You think this is the absolute bottom, and then it drops another 50%. So you have to just be prepared for that possibility.
Yeah, I watch another guy, what he does every week when he gets his paycheck. So he earns about $1,000 a week. So every week when he gets his paycheck, he takes about $300 that he's going to invest in crypto. And so the moment he gets his $300, he waits for that RSI on the 1 day and on the 4 day chart to make a dip. And he knows which coins he wants to buy. And when any of those coins dip, then he uses some of that $300. So every week he would buy that $300 in. If there was never a dip, he'll just let that money sit and wait for the next week. But the moment he gets a dip, he'll buy in. And I think it's a great strategy. He made a lot of money. He's now at the point where he's almost making more money on the trading than he's making on the, going to work every day. And so that's probably a place where everybody wants to be. Thank you, Dion. That was awesome. We're going to be back tomorrow again with some more trading news. I hope that ADA trade is working out for the ones that listened to the first video. 10%. Please go and check it out. Dion gave us some levels where we can put our stop loss, our entry, and our take profit. And I think that's a very solid trade. Thank you, Dion. Have a nice day. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. Yes, see you tomorrow. Cheers, man.